Today, we're going to talk about a massive shift happening in marketing. It's all based on my latest blog post, which is called The AI Browser Revolution: How Chrome's Gemini integration and agent tools are transforming content marketing. Now, what's really cool is how I put this together for you. I actually fed that whole article into an AI tool, Notebook LM, and had it help me break down the core ideas for this explainer. So yeah, we're using AI to talk about an AI revolution.
And when I say things are about to change, I really mean it. This isn't just about new tools that are a little bit faster. What we're seeing here is the rise of actual intelligent AI partners. Partners that get the context of what you're doing, that remember your work, and that can totally reshape your entire workflow from the very beginning. So I've laid this whole thing out so you can really get a handle on not just what's happening, but more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Let's start with the very first building block of this new system. Okay, so at the very heart of this shift, there are three key technologies. I really see them as the building blocks for a brand new marketing operating system. We're going to walk through each one piece by piece. All right, first up, Google Chrome. And this is a big one. Google is calling this the biggest upgrade in the browser's entire history. And why? Because Gemini AI is being built right into it. Think about that. Your browser is no longer just a passive window to the internet. It's becoming an active, intelligent assistant. Just look at the sheer range of things your browser can now do for you. I mean, forget having 20 tabs open, trying to compare what your competitors are doing. The AI can just look at all of them at once, summarize the key takeaways, and even point out content gaps you might be missing. This completely transforms that tedious manual research into an automated, intelligence-gathering machine. And this is just a perfect example of how finding information is changing. You don't have to remember the exact keywords anymore, right? You can just describe the idea, the concept you remember, and the AI will scan your entire browsing history contextually to find exactly what you're looking for. It's just a much more human way to interact with your own brain, basically. Okay, so let's move on to the next building block, and you'll see how it builds on that foundation. We're talking about Notion's new AI agent. And this is where things get really interesting, because we're moving from just assistance to true autonomy. And I mean, literally, the entire campaign plan, from start to finish. That's the whole idea behind the Notion agent. It's designed to go way beyond just simple task automation and step into the world of truly autonomous project management. So you give it a high-level, strategic prompt, something just like this. And then the agent can go to work for up to 20 minutes, scanning hundreds of pages in your workspace to build out the entire structure of that campaign for you. And look at what it does. The crucial thing here is that it's handling all the operational grunt work. It builds the timelines, it drafts the content briefs, it sets up the tracking dashboards. It's literally constructing the entire campaign infrastructure. And that frees you up to focus on what really matters, the high-level strategy and the creative spark. All right, and that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. This one is all about controlling the AI's power. With ChatGPT, OpenAI is now giving us the ability to choose the depth of reasoning we need for any given task. This is key. So what this does is it introduces a really crucial concept: matching the processing power to what you actually need, right? You wouldn't use a supercomputer to write a quick tweet, and the same logic applies here. You can use light mode for those quick, rapid-fire things like social media captions, but then you can switch it to extended mode when you need to do a deep, comprehensive market analysis. It's all about using the right tool for the job. Okay, so these tools are obviously powerful on their own, but their real game-changing potential, that only gets unlocked when you stop thinking of them as separate apps and start seeing them as an integrated, single system. And this is what that new marketing operating system looks like in action. You start your research and discovery in Chrome, powered by Gemini. Then, you take those insights and you hand them off to the Notion agent for the heavy lifting of campaign development. And finally, you use ChatGPT's thinking modes for the actual content creation and optimization, making sure you're using just the right amount of power for each task. So, let's bring it all home. What does all of this actually mean for you, the marketing professional? What does your job look like in this new world? Honestly, this is probably the single most important takeaway from this whole thing. And this is the metaphor I keep coming back to in my article. Your new role is becoming an AI orchestra conductor. Think about it. We're moving away from being individual musicians, playing every single note and doing every task manually. Instead, we're becoming the conductors, guiding all these intelligent systems to work together and create something amazing. So to really succeed in this new era, your focus has to shift.
It's less about the doing and more about designing and connecting these intelligent workflows. It's about providing that high level strategic direction, that creative vision that, frankly, only a human can bring. The AI is going to be incredible execution, but the strategy, well, that's still on us.
And make no mistake, this is not some far-off future we're talking about. These tools, these capabilities, they are rolling out right now. The teams and the marketers who learn how to conduct this new AI orchestra first, they are going to have a massive competitive advantage in speed, in depth, in efficiency. So the only real question left is, how quickly are you going to adapt?